Hello everybody, we're back over here. Hope you guys had a good Friday evening. I'm just sitting here working on the C1 Sunny build. I built, like you guys saw me redo the shock towers and stuff. To what I done there, and I put some watch details in it. See if you guys can't see that. Try to make it look like some bolt heads and the top of the camber, and those actually will turn with, well, steering does come on. They're not turning no more. They were turning with. Yeah, I'm trying to show you guys. There it goes. You can get them off eBay. You can get the watch parts. There's a bunch of different sellers on eBay. Hobby Lobby has a section that sells like steampunk or calligraphy art, which I always thought calligraphy was the way you write and stuff, but then I got the battery in there detailed, master cylinders in there detailed. What I'm doing right now, and I'm going to run the battery, see if you guys can see that. I'm going to run the battery cables. See, they're turning. They're not. You don't get very much movement from this. Yeah, there you go. Bill, like Scott had just said, buddy, go check Amazon. I forget about Amazon, guys. So what I ended up doing is flat blacking. I ended up flat blacking the chassis. And then just flat blacking the inner firewall. I know a lot of people, they do both. Paint it on the inside like body color, and then I just went with black. I think it gives a good sinister look there, and then whatever color I paint the body, black is going to go with. Right now I'm trying to run the battery cables. Then trying to keep you guys updated. I've been working off camera just to get, I want to get this done. This is an exciting build. Wife had to work this morning. Kids were being loud, so I got up to do some laundry and thought, I'd just jump on over here for a few minutes. Got word yesterday morning. My wife calls me when she's at work, and she proceeded to tell me a kid I grew up with had an accident Thursday night and passed away. And there was the car, he had a head-on crash, and the car that he ran into had it was his car that crossed the lane. He ran into, there was a woman in the car with her friend and her 2 kids, and it killed him and the 2 women, but the kids are still in the hospital right now, and he had just posted a picture with him and himself with another friend who passed away from cancer just a month ago. And my grandmother on my mom, well, it was my mom's grandma, had first told us when someone passes away that usually they go in threes, and you know how true that's been. In 2008, my brother died. He overdosed and passed away, and then my wife's uncle was fighting cancer and he passed away, and my aunt all passed away within a very, very short amount of time. Then here a few years ago, my wife's other uncle passed away, and then her grandmother passed away, and then her last grandparent passed away. And it was just like, it always seems to happen like that. This year, my grandmother passed away in January. In March, a guy I worked with had a four-wheeler accident and died. And then another kid that I worked with, he drowned at the beginning of the summer. They were on a floating rafter thing, and guess he went under, and nobody seen him go under. And by the time they realized that he wasn't on his tube or whatnot, he was gone. So it is crazy when you know them, they do go in threes. Good morning, buddy. Mind, last night I went to ask you a question. No, can you remember what the hell we was talking about, buddy? You jumped in, the live feed that the kids were doing last night, and I was asking you something I forgot. If you guys don't watch Model Minds channel, go over there and check out his channel. He's been doing a neat little segment. He's been doing a neat little segment on. He does a little drag racing with some models, and it's pretty cool. Yeah, go over there and check that out. Oh yeah, Gary, I probably hadn't talked to the kid. Mostly they ran around with my brother. He was just a year older than me, and basically, he ran with my brother. But I was always his home was always open to all of us. His mom never had no girls. It was all boys. It was Jimmy Ashlock. It was Mike Ashlock, Jimmy Ashlock, Aaron Ashlock, Eric Ashlock. They had Joel and Ryan, and she always had boys, and their mom is Nina V. She always had the door open for all the boys in the neighborhood. They even renovated their upstairs for some of us boys when we got older and we left home. Sometimes times got rough, and Nina V and their dad Jim took the upstairs and kind of made it to like a little safe apartment. You know, it wasn't much, but they were always there for us boys in the neighborhood. They're very nice family. Now Mike, the older brother, he was the neighborhood badass. He was the one you didn't screw with because he would knock your teeth in. You know, so it was kind of cool to be friends with that family, because if you ever had a problem, you could go to Mike. You can go to Mike, and and he'd be able he'd be able to handle it for it. But you know, we're all grown up. We have to make responsible decisions, and it's sad to see the kids you grow up with slowly passing away. You know, we're in our 40s now. It's hard to believe that kids you grow up with, and you're like, man, we'll never get that old. You know. All right, guys, I just did the wiring for the battery. That's all Molotow chrome pin. That's all Molotow chrome pin. I didn't use no photo etch on that one yet. Like you guys, if you didn't know, me and Pete at Scaled World, we bought the 30 mil refills. I filled up my markers, and I put the rest in this little tube. That way, it fits in my paint rack, and then I just, you know, dip a little bit out. Well, now it's got that safety lock on it. I dip just a little bit out. Oh, that's what it was, Model Mind. You said, what if we was all from one womb? I remember now. So let's get back here. I'm going to update you guys that are just joining in. Off camera, I painted everything just to get me. I just wanted a flat black. This truck is going to be what, you know, it would be a driver. So I did it flat black. Got the battery in, got the master cylinder in, and then I went to detail the shock towers, because you guys remember I remade all this stuff in plastic. This is a kit that came with no motor, no hood. We flipped the hood open. I had to build all this engine bay and everything. Come on, stay in focus. What I did this morning is added negative and positive K. Yeah, but us as, but mind, not to get off the model subject, but us as socialites, we have been able to downgrade people. We've been able to idolize other people, and I believe that's what's caused our grouping. I've never looked at people based on their color, based on their age, based on their religious beliefs, and based on their sexuality. It's not my place to judge any of you. So for me, I believe we have to get out. We have to get our mindset that we're all equal, and we have so much. What they call it when we have so much narcissistic tendencies within the human race that I don't think we'll ever be able to do that. You have a certain color group that will say that they're judged by their appearance, and if you look, the news portrays the acts of a race. You know, they don't put all our problems out there. They put a certain group of problems out there. You know, so I think we have to move beyond that in order to get to where you believe we should be. And that's what's sad, is we as individuals, we as the human race, we don't give the opportunity for you to prove to me who you are. We're basing each other off what we see from stories and surroundings. You know, there's good and there's trash in all races. You know, I live right in between trash, and I'm not gonna lie. And one of the nicest couples on this block is African American. I talk to him daily. I've helped him and his wife many of times. And then I got white people on the left of me and the right of me I just can't stand to see, talk to. My wife just is petrified of them, just because of the way they act and stuff. You know, she's to the point now she wants to move. I got a neighbor behind me, an older white gentleman, and he told his landlord, if you rent to any Hispanics, we will move, and that's crazy because that's the day and time that he grew up. That's what it was. He was taught he was taught that race is trash versus that personality is trash, and our racism and our hatred and stuff like that, it's inherited. We're taught that. Nobody wakes up one day and says, hey, look, I'm going to hate that guy over there just because his skin is different than me. I really believe we're taught to hate. Look at all the different religions. I'm a Christian. I'm a Baptist Christian, I should say. We have the Catholics and we have all this Jehovah's and this stuff. But I'm a King James Virgin Christian. That's the way I was brought up. The Bible. I was taught the Old Testament and the New Testament, and the moral of the story is be kind to each other, love each other, and support each other. Not some of these other Bibles. There's never ever been a word in my Bible that I read that would say any other race or nationality needed to be killed. So, and some people, they hear Islam. Islam as a culture is violent and deadly, but I know some Islamic people. They're great people. Their beliefs is different from the word, but even them, they'll say that what we hear from the news about Islamic acts and stuff, that's the radicals. That's people who have taken the word of their Quran and flipped it to the point to where they can justify their means and actions through the word. Nowhere ever has it said I'm supposed to judge you guys in my Bible. Nowhere ever has it says I'm supposed to condemn you in my Bible. And there's also in my Bible, I cannot pray for your forgiveness, guys. You have to accept your Lord, whoever you choose, for your own forgiveness. And some of these religions, they're not like that. There may never ever have been a higher power. But if I believe in Jesus Christ died on the cross for me, and I believe like you had said mine in the other day, last night, that we all came from one womb. I was being sarcastic. I like to be sarcastic. I don't get very serious. I got too much serious stuff in my life already, dealing with some issues with my son and stuff like that. So, taking all the sarcasm to the side, if you have to judge me based on my looks, then you didn't give me the opportunity to prove to you who I am. And I think that's where our society got away from. You see people nonchalantly act like idiots in all races. And we don't see the good published. We don't see the Muslim man that is opening up his church and feeding homeless white people, homeless black people, homeless Hispanic people. We don't get to see that in the news. We get to see the group that wants to go out there and beat somebody up, and then they put a title to it on the news as woman beat up because she wouldn't switch to Islamic, and these young kids, they want respect from the law, but they go out there and try to put their hands on the authority, on their own parents. You have parents now. You have parents in this world now that are scared to death of their own children, and you have people that don't have children, and this is one of my rants. We have people that do not have children. What they have is an education. They went to school for a certain job title, and they're going to tell us who have children how to raise our children, what is wrong and right to raise our children. And that's how society has been messed up. These kids are out of control. I don't know so much useless. Yeah, Mooger's got it right. The mainstream media is controlled by money. What did they say? It's the root of all evil, guys. And they're controlled by a certain agenda. If I go to Chip's church if I go to Chip's church tomorrow with Chip, I always ask Chip, if you guys haven't noticed, I always ask Chip what his sermon was when he goes to church on Sunday. I can't attend church well, I should say I don't attend church on Sunday for my own personal reasons, but I do read my Bible. My kids know about the Lord. It says in my Bible, the King James Version's Bible, I'm supposed to lead my children into the path and to the light. And through the light is Jesus, and only is Jesus the light which I should travel. So I'm always asking Chip on, when he does his updates and stuff, what was sermon today and whatnot, because I can go back and I can read my Bible. But even when you attend church, that day you go there, your preacher is showing you the way that day. So for us who rely on the media, we are taught what they are showing us, and they're not going to show the good. They're not going to show the good. They don't want to go in there and say, oh, look, Chip Raymer today finally got out after several years not being able to cut his own grass. He has gotten himself to a healthy state in his life, and now he's cutting his own grass. They're not going to tell us that. They're going to tell us local family loses everything and now out on the street. And they want to publicize that. They want to grasp. If you believe or if you don't believe, that is the free will that all men have, Jay, and I don't condemn nobody on that. My wife was brought up Catholic. Her whole family, and I'm gonna call them Greystone Catholic. They were rich into the original Catholic belief. They didn't have Bibles. They're in a lot of your Catholic churches, guys. The preachers, they are sent to school to be educated on the Bible. So their patrons that come into the church, their communion of the church that come into the church, they don't have a Bible. They don't. They are told that the preacher knows how to translate. The preacher knows how to translate the word of the Bible so men can understand it. That we don't have the intelligence to understand the true word of the Bible. So their people just sit in the pews and they listen, and that's the way that church is ran. And I understand what you're saying, Jay, about it being pushed down your throat. I only brought this up because Model Man had said it, and you guys know, we all are able to take in what we want, and free will is in all of us. It's not, getting away from the word of the Lord, guys, because I don't want to offend nobody. This is just my beliefs, and I know a few other in the community believe like this. But yeah, Jay, you're always going to be my buddy based on our hobby, not based on your religion, not based on where you're from, not based on you side on my side or what have you. There is a lot of anger going through not just the world, but through within ourselves. And I choose to seek help through the word of the Bible, whether it's true or not. That's just me. I find comfort in it. I find comfort in my models. That's why I build the model. So yeah, you know, no, yeah, you know what I mean. Later, Bill. Have a good day, bud. Um, you know what I mean, Jay. But like some other people, they can't handle who they are. So we always point blame. I can't build this model the way I want to because, you know, let's say I can't build this truck the way I want to because I can't get Chip and Lisa to sell the solder I need, you know, or the paint keeps messing up because I use Rust-Oleum 2X, you know, and we know there's some great rattle can paint jobs out there, guys. I'm not knocking that. But you know how we have all these excuses. Well, I can't do this because of that, you know. And that's the way some of our society is. Well, I can't get a job because the man's holding me down. No, you can't get a job because you can't stay sober. You can't get off your butt, you know, and you know what have you. And we have men in our hobby that are suffering, guys, that need some support, and they get overlooked because somebody else has already used that crybaby story and run amok against us. We were talking about that when Joe was driving his car about when Joe was talking about the beggar and he offered him a loaf of bread and peanut butter, and the guy says, "No, I want something else." And then Joe replied, "Well, you're not really that hungry." You know, that's the way our societies became. My parents taught me, you want it, you work for it. All right, guys, let's get back to modeling. I had a great, well, that's not a rant, that was just talking. uh, yeah, I heard that, Ryan. Yeah, yeah. Don't just base your opinion on somebody. Now we have trash even within our community. Um, you try to. I don't want to say trash, but we do have. I know we were playing around last week or a couple weeks ago, and a few of us got a little more excited than others about a certain situation. But there are builders within our community that you cannot help because you give them one thing, they want two more things. Or if you tell them how to fix something, then you're the asshat trying to, yeah, yeah, model, you got it right, mind. We have to kill the ego. We have to kill the assumption that everybody's out to get me. Um, I will never judge you guys off what someone says. If Mooger come to me and said Jason is ignorant and he doesn't know what he's doing, this, that, and the other, well, I'm going to deal with Jason. You know, I'm going to deal with Jason on my own. I'm not going to take Mooger's word for it because, you know, you might miss out on a good person or a tip or a trick or just somebody to bounce ideas off of, and that's what's great about this community. Jason's in Australia, you know, and every now and then he'll pop up a picture and he says, "What do you think about this, Minnie?" And I open it up and he's got some wicked wild plastic just being cut and glued back together, making stuff. And and you know, and it's great. And if we listen to all these different attitudes, I make my own assumption. You know, we as an adult should be able to do that. We can't hold each other's hands, guys. We have to be productive with each other and not against each other. But there's some people in this community we just can't do that with. All right, now I'm about ready to mount this in place. I'm about ready to mount this in place. Yeah, I believe that because I think it goes back to the self-centeredness, Mooger. I think we all want to be. Why is Minnie and Chip able to talk to each other during the week on the telephone, but I can't get a response from Chip or something like that. And Chip did donate 3 spots into the raffle. I've selected 3 special numbers within this raffle, and Chip was like, "Well, I would have just said, you know, um, give these to whoever," but then he didn't want to see the favoritism, and Chip has taken a shitload of grief when we first started. When he, I should say we, I said he, when he first started the top 10, there was a few going around that believed you only had to build a race car to win on Chip's top 10, or you had to be within a click. We have these people would be like, if Mooger got a free package from Extreme, why didn't me as Mr. Mini Dreams um, get a package? So what he did is he gave me the liberties on how to distribute the 3 packages, and I chose to by picking 3 random numbers through the thing. They're already written down on a sheet. They're already shared with the few members in the community, so they know. Just because we've encountered the why them not me thing. Well, he got it because he's his friend and stuff like that. And I want this raffle. Chip wants the top 10. We want at Scaled Dreams. ScaledWorld.net. We want to remove all the titles and just be there for the hobby guys. Anybody can submit their models to ScaledWorld.net. To be featured. It's not a click. Anybody can put into the top 10 when Chip has his top 10. It ain't a certain car. It ain't a certain group of people. All you guys are available to it. Me and Chip had discussed different ways to keep his top 10 something that keeps the community building. It ain't just to. I mean, it's fun to have bragging rights. You see me and Butch clown around back and forth about who did what and who should have been where. But Butch is my friend. I can do that with Butch, and Butch understands that. I can compete next to Butch. I can take a second place next to Butch and be proud of my second place and not throw a fit. Butch built some extremely well built models, very very detailed, and is great. um but that's the way our society is placed up. Well, he only got the award because he's within Chip's group, or many only gave to Ryan C because they're in a clique. We don't want to. That's not what I'm about. That's totally not what I'm about. And that's one reason, if you guys noticed this year, Chip has made almost every top 10 a viewer vote. Eliminates the judging, eliminates the assumption that this group over here is against this group over here. It's like in high school. You got the smokers, you got the nerds, and then you got the model builders, and then you got the alternative people, and then you got this guy over here that thinks he can stop building models and start playing a guitar. CT. I didn't mean to say that out loud. I meant to say that how you have a group of people is what I'm trying to get at, and people think that they're not in this group, that they don't belong. Ryan, you're being a bully. You better get in the other group. And So that's what we're trying to do. And I shared the numbers with a few other people that have been a big support. And like Chip said last night, in his live feed yesterday, talking about the top 10 coming up, the extreme build coming up, that he didn't get into my raffle. He didn't buy into my raffle, not to take part, but extreme scale detail is come in a big way. And if you guys don't want to get in the raffle and you are looking for parts, go over there and check out Chip and Lisa over at Extreme Details. They got a lot of great products. They are trying to run a company, guys, out of their home. Lisa works in the daytime, and when she gets home, she tries to catch up with orders, and Chip usually ships out the very next day. Almost everything they have now is in stock. They used to at one time was able to carry Nitro wheels, but since Nitro has folded up, most of their stuff is in stock. You don't have to wait for nothing to be made and sent to them and then sent to you. A lot of their stuff is ready for sale. Please go there and check them out. There is a shipping fee, and that's one thing I wanted to explain. I am giving away gift cards at certain levels of my raffle. Within those gift cards, guys, I forgot to mention that you will have to pay for shipping, because the gift cards don't cover shipping. Because they don't know where each package would go, so we can't cover shipping that way. And it all has to be spent at once. So if you were one of the lucky ones that got one of the 5 $20 gift cards, or the 2 lucky ones that each get a $50 gift card, you'll have to spend that all at one time. But there's enough stuff there, you guys. And what's really surprising about the 3 gift packs that Chip is giving away, I don't even know what's in them, guys. So if you guys haven't seen my post on Facebook about the auction, I have a set of Zimmerman wheels right here. These were donated by Steve Zimmerman. These are Steve Zimmerman wheels. I have them on hand. These are the chrome daggers. The next person that orders, that buys 10 spots, which is $50, basically will get this set of wheels. And basically at $23 for shipping, they're getting half their money back, plus a chance to win an extreme gift card if we get to those levels, plus a chance to win the car I'm raffling, plus a chance to win one of the gift packages, if their number that they select is one of the numbers I've selected for Chip's gift package. And I still have 2 free spots that Butch Full Throttle Custom has purchased. Full Throttle Custom stepped up in a big way. He bought himself 5 spots, and then he bought 5 spots that I can donate. And so far, we've gotten 3 of those given away. I still have 2 more left. What's up, Casey? And, man, I should have changed this into Minnie at the bench blowing shit, because we just been sitting here talking and not building. And Chip made a comment to me last night, guys. Chip is nobody's father. And he made a comment to me last night that some of us, when we're doing our videos, the profanity, it seems like it's at a high level, and some channels, it's like every other word. And I told Chip I understood where he was coming from, because I have children and they're over my shoulder watching me, and so sometimes maybe if you guys could put yourself back in retrospect, like Fast Jimmy will tell you. Fast Jimmy will tell you I was like, if you got kids in the room, you better remove them because I'm about to go full tilt, and I have and I can still watch that video if I choose to. I don't care how you guys talk, but just remember, some of us don't care to hear that. Casey, looking at your haircut, I bet I would just touch the top of your head. I know you're soft, but you need to get that hair trimmed down a little bit. I saw that last picture you posted up. Alright guys, I'm going to go answer one question, then we'll get back to building. It looked like our friend Gary says, let me see. Alright, for me, okay. Gary over at Car Dreams and Styrene. Matter of fact, guys, once I'm done here, go check out Gary's newest video. He always puts one up Saturday mornings. Well, it's my Saturday morning. He's way across the world in Austria, so it might be his evening time already. But for me, it's always up on Saturday morning. Him and his wife do a great. They're very consistent. On getting their videos up, and great videos, by the way, Gary. But you can go over there and check out Car Dreams and Styrene as soon as I'm done here. The PayPal address is the owner and operator of scaledworld.net. I have it set up. I have it set up through him because there's a lot of things we want to provide. If you guys haven't noticed, the raffle ain't just to generate money for myself, guys. There's things on this bench that I want to build. There's things on this bench that you guys want to build as well. I'm going to go through my collection of built stuff throughout the next few months. This is something that I sat down and thought hard about. I enjoy my builds, but I'm limited on display room, and I do not put mine back in the box. If I can't display them and enjoy them for as long as I want to enjoy them, then I just assume not even have them. So what I usually do is build my models, share them around for a little bit, enjoy them for a little bit, and then I use them to keep my hobby going. So through the community and through talking with people and realizing what some people's limitations are, we have several people in the community that are income restricted, and we want to be beneficial to that. So what we are trying to do, what we would trying to do is be able to generate a way we want to generate a way that we can put back to the community. My plan is set up at different levels for stuff in the community. There's things that I need. There's things that I actually need to keep building. That I will be purchasing off the funds of the raffle. But there's also, I made it to where I could be able to purchase, if everything goes the way I plan, we'll be able to purchase aftermarket wheels like this, to be able to give you guys gift cards to buy your own detail supplies, your own wants from Extreme Scale Detail. We'll be able to get you guys giveaway stuff like the C1 that we're building today, within this series, and we have kits already raffled up. A lot of you guys say you can't afford a $20 set of wheels. So, you know, I have it set up to where we can, you know, right here would be the wheels. Would be the wheels to the next you know, and I set different levels. The comment was brought up when I first did it about the value if everything sold. I'm not after $1,020 to be greedy. I'm after $1,020 to give back to you guys. There's certain things within the hobby that we want to do, not just for me, not just to promote me, but we're doing it. We got stuff that we want to do for ScaledWorld.net. You know, hello, Butch. So now let's, I think I'm ready to mount this. No, I'm not, guys. I forgot. I want to thin out. I forgot that. And what is great also, guys, is the gentlemen that I do call my friends and believe in what I'm doing have stepped up and done so in a great way. Like George Ramos from Vision 130, from 124, he stepped up and donated a kit. Chip and Lisa have stepped up and donated 3 gifts. Butch actually put in money and bought 5 giveaway spots because they believe in what I'm trying to do, and they know that I'm not doing it to rob somebody blind, you know, more, you know, is the only way I can put. I'm trying to do it to, you know, because if Butch opened up his wallet and sent me the 29 Ford Rat Rod because he knows I hadn't built it yet, instantly got messages, hey, if you have a second one, I would love one too, you know. So and instead of being bombarded with people with their hand out, this is something we're going to choose to do. We're going to have different things set up. This ain't the only raffle I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to do more, but talking through George over at Vision 124, the P over at ScaledWorld.net, and a few other close friends, we come to determine that winning a built model for $5 in a raffle will generate more money than me sitting here trying to say I won $100 for this station wagon, and only one person would benefit from that sale, and that would be me. You know, I want to be able to generate enough to where I can buy products. Scale World has a great connection with Zoom On models, with 124 stance, with C1, with 81, our good friend Steve Hemming from Hyro Boy. We have some great outlets. I want to purchase some of the sanding packets from the UNP Ultimate Modeling Products. We're Paul Bertland over in the UK is a great man. They have a great company. They have some great supplies, and we want to be able to share that stuff with you guys too. But you know, we're not going to go knock on their door and ask them for free stuff. We're gonna do what it takes to be able to make a few contests. If you guys haven't noticed, Scaled World has always tried to put in a reward of some sort for the top 10. Hunter Selby has stepped up and gave to the top 10 as giveaway prizes. Where is it? I got this. I got this Chevelle kit. I got this Chevelle kit from a viewer, Ron, for the top 10. And you know, we want to be able to do more of that stuff for Chip and Lisa, for, you know, like they're starting their extreme build, and it would be great if we can have some rewards for Chip and Lisa, you know, at the end of it. Me and Butch won first and second place last time we did the extreme build. Gene Crabtree, his Chevelle, took third place, and it was great fun. There was 2 Chevys and a Ford in there, and I had to win with the Ford just so Chip couldn't dominate with his Chevys. And you know, it was great that, you know, we had a good turnout on that extreme build. Not just a good turnout, but we had great builds come out, guys, and that's great. I mean, we all build at a different level, but to see everybody come out and take part in Chip's top 10, that's, I mean, not the top 10, but the extreme build. You know, he's asking you guys to put yourselves, do the best you can, push yourselves to the limit, and you can enter Chip's extreme build and not even have to have extreme parts. So it's not like he's trying to say that we can only enter stuff that we've bought from extreme. It's titled the extreme build because he wants you guys to push yourselves to the extreme on that build. And did I mention free set of Steve Zimmerman wheels? Yeah, but what you've been building, Jay's been killer. If you guys hadn't seen Jay's latest creation, I mentioned it on the last show. He took a VW Beetle and mated it with the 23 window bus. It's sharp. It really is sharp. Jay, I forgot to ask you, what Beetle did you start with? I like the Lindenberg one because it has what's the rural state, Chris? Later, Gary. Thanks for joining me today. And as soon as I get off here, I'm going to go watch your video. I need to get the kids up and eat some breakfast and switch to laundry. I kind of wasted my build time talking with you guys, but I enjoyed the conversation, and, you know, I guess I had more on my mind than I thought. The right statements were being made. It has to be pre-48. Well, I tell you what, if you have to buy something from Lisa to take part in this extreme build, I would recommend, this is for me, and I would recommend if you guys went and bought anything from Chip and Lisa today to enter the top 10, to enter the extreme build off, I'm going to promote the ProTech. I know a few of you guys have stated that you believe in the Model Car Garage and Detail Master, but I love the ProTech. I would say this right here would be a great buy. I've already used quite a bit of this. It's $3.75. Shipping is $5 from Chip and Lisa on most orders. This is $3.75. And like I said, most shipping from Chip and Lisa is a $5 flat fee. This is, and I've already been using this, and this right here won't even, look, it's longer than, let's see. Oh, shoot, don't spill that. Where's my ruler? We're going to do some sales pitching, guys, for Chip and Lisa real quick. Now, this is a piece that I've already used. This is a piece I've already used. And it's over foot-long steel. And I've already used it on several other builds. And it's still over foot long. It holds its shape. It will not kink. You can do, this is the best I have ever used. Because look, it does not kink. It does not crimp. You know, you can straighten it back out. And it's great. They have all different sizes. From itty bitty to the super thick. They have, I got every size. I love it. So I buy every size. This right here to me would be, this right here is my own envelope. If you guys seen, I've cut them out and put them in these Ziploc envelopes. They come in a staple envelope. But I got all these. They're $3.75 a package. And what is great, once you get them with all the ProTech stuff, they show you how, they show you the sizes and what everything would be good for. Upside down, dummy. And they'll show you the sizes and what things would be good for. Even on the list, it will show you, like right here, it says radiator hose. I bought them all because I'll use them all eventually. This is what I would purchase. If I had to buy something from Extreme to enter the Extreme build, this right here would be my best buy. Just because if you bought just a distributor, it's only going to go into one build. If you bought just a set of floor mats, it's going to go into one build. If you bought a carburetor, it's only going to go into one build. But if you buy supplies like this, guys, it can go into all your builds. See what I'm saying? I would also pick up, and this is just that what I'm showing you guys would be some cheap details. You're already going to spend $5 in shipping, so why not buy $20 in product? Chip, I don't see my battery kits. Here they are. I got them. A couple other cheap things from from Extreme Scale Detail that I would recommend. Another ProTech product. They have these Barry Grant carburetors. They are super detailed. They are greatly detailed. But again, that goes into one build, guys. But pick you up small details. Small details make a big difference. A battery kit right here. And then it comes with all your terminals. It comes with your tie downs. And then seat belts. You know, make use seat belts. Little details change a lot. And these can go into several different builds. So if this was $6.50, look how many different seat belts are in there. There's at least 6 builds in here. So that's $1 a build. So there's at least, see, if there's 3 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3 times 9 is 27. Well, that's kind of crazy because each car has 4 seat belts. So basically, you can almost do 7 builds out of this. Unless they're trucks, then you can do, you know, whatever. And if you're invincible, you don't even have to have seatbelts, I guess. And and right here, look at all the battery terminals that this kit offers. This right here is going to do a lot of cars. So make your purchase valuable. Chip and Lisa have no problem selling you something one at a time. But if you're already going to make the purchase, why not get something that you can use multi-uses out of, guys? Well, these are just some small, cheap products that I would recommend. I have 30 of these, guys. I love these carburetors. At $2.50 a piece, man, they're awesome. So I pick them up every time they're in stock. And that's just a little bit. That's just a little bit for me. I mean, you can pick up stuff as small as sun visors. It's all depends upon what you want to put in your build. But I recommend if you guys are tight budgeted, pick you up products that you can get multi uses out of. Don't just say, "Hey, look, I got $20. I'm gonna go pick up one motor." And you spend $18 on the motor and then $5 on shipping, and then you're unsatisfied because now I have to wait till next payday to get my braided line and braided hoses. When if you're short on cash, get what you can get that you can use in multi-uses, and then work with the motor you already have. Stuff like that. Let me see. Chip, I hope you got your grass cut. Speaking of Chip being in here, hope you got your grass cut before the rain came in yesterday. And that's one thing I really do like about the ProTech stuff, guys, because it will tell you the diameter and what all you would need and for what scale it would be. Oh, man, that yacht stuck up on me. You know what? Why I got you guys on camera? I'll let you guys pick. How about that? I'll let you guys pick the next vehicle, the next build we raffle off. How about that? You guys want to take part in the next raffle and choose which build to raffle off? All right. Let me take a look at what I want to sacrifice for the cause of a hobby. Let me see. I'm a huge Mustang fan. I don't know if I want to get rid of my Mustangs. Let me see. I have to get my case open up anyway. I got more stuff all in front of me. Butch, I think that's a forever build, brother. I think I'll have to hold on that one forever, bro. That was an inherited kit from my father. He built it and then I rebuilt it. Yeah, I got it. Here's what I'll go. I'll let you guys choose out of these two. You know, there's really builds in here I couldn't live without, though, guys. They just mean that much to me. Let me clean up the spot. Alright. We'll let you guys pick. This right here is a 96 Impala. A 96 Caprice. I used a 96 Impala body, but I removed all the Impala stuff. The trunk opens. It's full of stereo stuff. It's all done up underneath. The hood is hinged. It's all wired underneath. The interior is all custom. Magazines, seat belts, CDs on the dash. It's all flocked. Dash is all done out. For some reason the hood didn't want to stay open. There it goes. The hood is hinged. So I got this one. Custom. These were supposed to be the donk wire wheels, and I just put smaller. I made my own thin walled tires on it to get it lower to the ground. I'll get you guys a look. It don't set too low. But this is all hand painted, guys. No decals. Alright, and then, or we got a Buick Regal. Or we got this Buick Regal. Now the inside is all done as well. All flocked. All the seat belts, all the photo etch seat belts. All the gauges are done. Photo etch license plate trim ring. Says step up on the custom license plate. Now, I had a booger in it when I was painting it, so this one ain't a perfect build. But it's got custom exhaust on it. Let's see if I can't get the hood open. I didn't hinge this one. This one right here was one of those quick builds that we were doing in the community. But it's all wired. There is one of the ProTech carburetors on it. All the fuel lines ran. All the distributor wires are ran. The braided hoses, A&N fittings from ProTech is actually on this one. You can see the wire looms. It's not the V6 turbo. I made it more like a Regal. You can see the front end has been chromed. The headlights, marker lights, another photo etch trim ring on the front end. And did all the chrome around the tail lights and everything. Oh, there's a good a thing of the license plate. Step up, because it's which one do you guys think would be the next raffle victim? We'll let you guys decide, and we'll do that one next. See if I can get a better, the way all mine hinge, guys, they can come off and on. And there's the box I made. It has 6 12-inch subs. It has 3 Audiobahn. The trunk is flocked. The amps are floaters, so I got them on pedestals where they set in the air. Headlight popped out, just like a real Caprice. Uh-oh, 2-1. Chip, you ought to be happy they're just both Chevrolets, bud. Me and Chip were talking yesterday. Oh, another thing I done, guys, when I opened the trunk, I made the tail light buckets instead of just having the tail light set there. It has a tail light bucket. It does have the trunk swoop, and then on the trunk I built the trunk latch. And if you see, I scraped the paint like they really do when the strikers hit. At one point, I had this to where it would turn, and I thought I was going to be able to do it with the lock, and it didn't work. So I had to glue it in place. I think just like that, my hinges are made to come off and on. And then just like that. So 1 for the Buick, 2 for the Caprice so far. We'll see what the consensus say by the time of the next auction. Thank you guys for all your support here on my bench. Really appreciate what you guys do. I wish I would have worked more on the C1 build, but we sat here and had a good talk and what we're going to do. Oh, but what I'm going to say, when we were talking about the raffle, after discussing it with everybody that I'm close to, they all felt that $5 a spot was not too pocket deep, and you know, you're still getting a great build. And I don't... What else? That's what I want to offer next. There's some other stuff I'm still partial to that I got to think about how well these auctions do. No matter what, the cars I put up for the auction are going to sell, guys. No matter what. So if I generate $100 or if I generate the $1,000 that I've projected, it's going to sell. I just gotta decide which models in my collection do I care to live without. This is Minnie, guys. Have a great weekend. I gotta get stuff together before I can go to work and eat some breakfast and enjoy the rest of my day with the kids. So you guys have a great day. This is Minnie. We'll see each other next week. Don't forget, my auction runs till Wednesday, and the giveaway will be on Thursday, after I make sure all payments are gone through. Right now, I have 9 people taking part. So far, have bought spots. I appreciate all of you. Chip, I appreciate you giving some gifts away to help me out. And Butch, thank you for the giveaway spots too. That was very generous of you, brother. And so you guys have a great day. We'll keep you updated. I wanted to work on the C1, but you guys and the comments and stuff, I guess I had stuff on my mind. We went our own route today, didn't we, fellas? Alright, guys. I'm out. You guys have a good one.